Yeah. He's on one. Hey,
you know what?
Headie is on one.
Bro,
this thing.
I don't know. I don't know whether someone's pissed him off, but he seems like, yeah. Just a reminder. Because when I heard I Still Know Better, I was like, yeah.
100.
I probably willed it like 10 times.
Yeah.
10 times. Yeah, he went mad.
I like the flip on that, innit? Because obviously, Know Better, man, know what that did and what that was about and whatnot. And now he's come back with this one.
It's a deeper one.
And yeah, it's a deeper one. He's even mentioning the girl that was in. Remember when all that madness was happening from the uni block and whatnot? She's all suffering from depression and that. He mentions it in the bar. I feel sorry for her. Like, that's crazy. Because I could imagine that as well. Like, even with all of that, what was going on at the time for him when he's gone to the uni and whatnot, and the man them have rolled up on him and he's in the girl's yard and like, he leaves, but she's still probably having to deal with the pressures of what that looks like. Someone coming to her yard and whatnot. You know what it is, bro? I like when rappers have showing me substance. Bro.
Growth.
Yeah, man. But substance and that too. This is one of the reasons why when I was doing the checkup and that, and to get back to doing the checkup, I can't just do the checkup with just any rapper. Yeah. You got to be saying some shit at some point. So how am I going to break it down? Were you just saying nothing?
Yeah, some rappers haven't got loads to say.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at that though.
Some have got loads to say. Some can't say it yet. Headie would be a good one though.
Headie would be a good checkup still. Now I think he would be.
Yeah.
Because his like personality, he's starting to get more comfortable in front of the camera.
Now I knew from before, man, from when I saw him at Westway kicking ball.
Can he kick ball though?
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, wait, hold on. Let me, because that first clip, I think everyone saw it, the heavy touch, super heavy.
I don't remember it.
Ian Wright, it was the Ian Wright one.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that. I did that. Yeah,
touch was bad, but then I saw him do something the other day. PK showed me.
Yeah.
And he went a bit mad, like almost as if to suggest, like he's been practicing.
Oh really?
Yeah, like it's weird. I don't know. He had a little something. I saw him do a little trick somewhere. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but no, he looked alright.
He don't look like he don't look football aura-ish.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He don't look like
the clip. I don't know how many rappers can play football. I don't know.
Kano's supposed to be cold, by the way. He's supposed to be a proper baller.
Still, or you know what it is? I've got a problem with primes.
Oh, okay.
I don't love it when someone's just like, bro, they was cold. I was like, I swear, yeah. They're like, yeah, year 7.
No,
I'm not trying to hear that. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
Give me like cold as an adult.
Nah, he's
that's
cold
when
as
I know
adult.
what your level is.
Nah, he's cold as an adult. I keep hearing about him and Buck.
Okay.
Apparently Buck, he's a baller.
But I see Buck in a Liverpool shirt often, so like that kind of makes sense. I feel like he's still like embedded in the football thing. I don't even know if Kano cares about football like that. I've never seen him.
I never even knew. Yeah, I don't see Kano as a person who cares about football.
But enough man apparently were like ballers. Rattling was good.
Oh yeah. Rattling can play.
Rattling could play. I remember like young.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
Oh yeah, we're just looking at it now on the screen. If you're listening,
RV was all right actually, if I remember rightly, left-footed.
If you're listening, if you Google Ian Wright, RV, and Headie 1, Wrighty's Techers. RV wasn't bad.
RV's alright because you know, like just even like the little movement, the little shimmies that like let you know I play ball.
Yeah,
he had that.
But Headie's thing was shaky. Yeah. And the touch almost went back to the keeper.
He's the coldest. But Moggs to this day probably got the worst one I've seen.
Moggs is just what the worst.
Moggs is one. He hit the tree, the bird in the tree, like
from a touch,
bro,
or from a shot.
I'm talking like he even cheated, like, and you know, like obviously your first touch is meant to push it away from you.
Yeah.
He put his soul on the ball, stopped it, reversed, bam, up there, into the gods, like disgraced the whole generation.
Just quickly going to Kano, I don't know him to play like football like that. Yeah, but enough, man. When you think about it, like when you came from certain areas and that, you just kicked ball, whether you liked football or not. So certain man did like may not have even been into football, but was just good at it because this is just what everyone did on the estate.
I've got friends that don't watch football, but they're sick at football. To be fair, like they find it kind of immature to like watch football and like care about a club and like all of that, but they're cold.
When you write it down on a piece of paper,
bad on paper.
It stinks. When you actually really think about it, yeah. So the art of football, that's cool. Majority of men congregate in a stadium, singing songs, getting heavily emotional at another man kicking on a ball.
22 of them.
Yeah. Kicking a ball.
It don't make sense. On paper, this looks...
And even some of the songs, when you deep it, it's funny, some of them, but they're hella childish though. And when you also look at the fact that like, some of these are bankers. It's like a mixture between bankers, a tradesman.
Yeah, it's a tradesman.
A business owner. And you get what I'm saying? And a man who's doing...
And tourists now.
Yeah, exactly.
Massive. Bro, look, man's there.
Yeah, I hear it loud.
I've got a Chelsea badge tattooed on my chest. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, but it makes perfect sense because where on earth am I going to get my endorphins from?
Yeah.
If not from football?
Yeah.
Where?
That's
like,
why.
what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to like be passionate about? Really?
What, like outside of it?
Yeah. If it's not sports, where it's something like that can make or break my week. Or my
you find
mood.
it, well, what, like, see people that are not passionate about a sport, what are they passionate about? Some other shit. Like, bare other things. Huh?
I don't know. Like, something that can, like, make you celebrate.
That's interesting. Yeah, because there's not much things in life that gives you that level of wanting to celebrate.
Yeah. There's a community in it. Like, there's like, yes, we won, you lost, or we're down bad, we've got to hide, come off social media. Like, you don't, without sport, I'm not sure where else you get that.
Yeah, but okay, celebrating, that's interesting. But really, this is dependent on the team that you're supporting.
No. Even poor teams, like, they might not have them as often. So when they do have them, they're massive. An away win at Old Trafford is huge for Sheffield Wednesday.
But then...
That's their cup final.
No, I hear it. And that is huge. But let's look at the dismay in and around that.
Yeah.
It's bringing a lot of dismay.
Yeah.
Which then, what if you want to open up the can of worms for the dismay, that is going to reflect in other elements of your life.
I'm going for it now.
Go on.
With Chelsea.
Yeah, there you go.
I went through complete euphoria for not a couple of years, but like on and off, but always being in something, losing a Champions League final. That's the last time I cried, 2008, Moscow. To then winning one, 2012.
Yeah.
That almost collapsed.
Yeah.
Then winning it again, 2021, COVID, 1,000 people in the stadium. I was in there, Porto.
Yeah.
Like, one of the biggest moments ever in my life. Like, that feeling, I don't mind. So when I'm going through the dumps right now, Chelsea and Ahmad, I can go back. It's like I can go back to that time and be like, you know what? All of this that I'm going through, I almost deserve it. Because I've been at the highest of highs.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, that high there, I don't know how I beat that.
Yes.
We weren't even supposed to win that. In fact, no, we were good that year.
Yeah.
But I think, we beat Pep, like, twice before that. So, like, Pep didn't know how to play Chelsea.
Yeah.
COVID final. Like, Man City, they are the best team at the time. But Chelsea knew how to play them. Like, it was nuts. The whole thing is crazy. Beating Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, where else can I get such an uncertain future?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing what's going to happen over these 90 minutes.
But when you lose...
It's the worst.
It's the worst. In and around that hour. The hour and a half. You're not present.
Yeah.
You're definitely not present.
And you can't get over it. Sometimes it takes 72 hours.
Listen, man. I remember the exact day when I said I need to disconnect from football. I remember it. But leading up to this, by the way, one of the times, this is how ham I was going with this at one point, yeah. United, Chelsea, Champions League final, yeah. John Terry misses the penalty. Remember, leading up to this, yeah, on this whole game, it's me against all my friends and my barber shop, yeah. They're all in the barber shop. I'm at home. I'm at my mum's. I'm with my cousin, and like my mum, Peter, whatever, watching the game or whatever, yeah. United goes 1-0 up, innit? Then it's 1-1. The barber shop, my phone, everyone's on me. Everyone's on me. Constantly on me. The whole game now for the rest of it, they're on me. And they're drawing me out. Like, they want a response from me in the group.
Now, yeah.
And the thing that they used to say in the thing at that time was, it would be, they'd just come in the group and say, "Hi, Chucks, are you going to win? Hi, Chucks, are you going to win?
Do you know what makes it worse?
Hi, Chucks, are you going to win?" Bare man in the group.
It was BBM days.
Yes. Yeah? "Hi, Chucks, are you going to win?" Bro, you see when John Terry missed the penalty, and what was it? Ryan Giggs scored the goal to win it, right? I believe so.
Was it Giggsy?
It was Giggs. Bro, do you know what I did? As soon as he scored, I didn't even have the moment to celebrate.
Yeah.
I jumped in my car.
Oh, is it?
I jumped. There was no way these lot was not going to see me.
Yeah.
I drove from Greenford to Ealing Broadway, to West Ealing, to Diligence, rapidly. Yeah. Before everyone could leave me. Before everyone could leave, I drove down there. Obviously, they knew I was coming down there, so a lot of them left when I got there. Yeah. But when I've gone in there, already, a part of me felt like a dickhead.
Manchester top on as well, innit?
What? Of course. Yeah. I'm in there, bossy, saying all kinds of stuff, yeah? But that's where this thing took me to. Then, United's going through this crazy shit stage, whatever. My brethren's getting married. He has a stag, yeah? Not my best mate, but one of my other friends. He's got a stag, yeah? United's playing that day. I said to myself, so I'll go on by now. I said to myself, yeah, United's playing today. Then I've realised super quickly, yeah, it's my brethren's stag. What happens today determines my joy 100%. Or how much I'm going to enjoy this thing. Yeah. So if United win, I'm going to have a great time regardless of what happens. Yeah. Regardless of how this thing plays out, I'm going to love today. Yeah. If United lose, no matter how good the day is, bro, no matter how good the day is, like something incredible could happen that day. I'm not going to enjoy the day. I'm not going to enjoy it the same way. And when I deep that, I realised, I have to find a way to disconnect. This is not good.
It, a little bit. I feel disconnected from my club right now, but that's not because of me. That's because of my club and the change of ownership and the change of everything. And just, I feel like it's not very Chelsea right now. But do you know how I came over that? How I got over it? Saying I'm going to drink regardless.
You're going to drink?
Yeah. It's a downward spiral. But it got to the point where if we lost the cup final, it's almost like I'd say to the universe, come on then, let's have it. Let's go for it. Let's get yacked.
Yeah.
And
I see you on Twitter saying some outrageous
sending
stuff.
postcodes.
Yeah. He's offering man out, you know.
You can hear when he says that, I'm here.
Oh, is it, yeah?
I'm at risk.
But I like, it's just, I had one the other day.
Yeah, actually. But do you know what? Even though, this is the thing, here's where Dan's thing's set up. Even if he's not here, if he finds out that this person actually did turn up, he's here quickly. Yeah. What? Yeah. Rapid.
100%. I had one maybe 8 weeks ago. I'm not sure if I told you. I tell you. It's in the DMs now because I can't do it on the mains anymore.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
So like, someone tried to draw me out and I just sent a postcode. But then he tried to have a full-blown, like, almost like chat with me. Like, oh, what? He was like, I can't come now. I'm coming tomorrow. I'm like, cool. I don't need to be in some kind of mode to fight.
No, but did you let me ask you this though. You see when he said, I can't come today, but I'm going to come tomorrow. Did your adrenaline lift up just a tiny bit in that moment on a vibe of what?
Nah, I think that's where maybe I'm a little bit tapped because I'm doing this kind of on zero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really on zero. Like, I'm not even angry because by this point, this was a few weeks ago. I've seen disappointment for Chelsea for a couple of years now. So I'm not mad. It's just someone tried to like get a bit cheeky and I think I took it the wrong way, but now we're here.
Yeah.
So he's saying, so I've sent him, and I think I've got it I've got it somewhere. He was like, "Oh, make sure you've got some people with you," kind of thing. I was like, "Bro, just trust me. You're coming to me. I don't need a soul.
Yeah,
I'm good. You'll understand as soon as you get it." So he's like, "All right, cool." He goes, "Yeah, tomorrow, yeah." I'm like, "Bro, stop trying to have a convo."
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you pull up, I'm setting pace on you. I'm not waiting to figure this out. Like, we've already figured this out. It's super immature.
Yeah.
But sometimes I can be super immature.
Yeah.
And that's just how I like it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come in the end anyway.
Of course.
But I was like, I remember actually being like ready, waiting for the DM saying, "Yo, I'm here."
Yeah, I'm here. I'm on my way.
And I would have just, bam.
Yeah.
I don't really know who I'm looking for. I would have probably crashed the wrong person.
Yeah.
So like,
I would have went out there and just crashed the flipping Royal Mail.
Just anyone.
Yeah, I hear it still. But you have to be careful, man.
Yeah, do you know what? It's immature and it's a game, but it's something that gets our adrenaline pumping. I can't explain it. There is like a cult hooliganism kind of side to it.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
it's
tribal.
It's a nice element of tribalism. That's what I was going to say.
It's
a good element of tribalism still. Can we just go somewhere quickly? Jail. Is our jails a mess?
I can't believe people are only figuring this out now.
Hey, so just for context, there's a video that's been going around. This has been going on for a minute, but there's a video going around. I saw 18 seconds of a Don slam dunking a screw in prison, and
you only watched 18 seconds of it.
Big man, I got the whole 2 minutes and 39 seconds of it now. I got the whole thing.
I got the whole thing.
Yeah.
How long is your one?
Oh no, I think it's the same one. There's a lot of questions I have about it. Not so much about the act. That's been going on for a long time.
I got one question about the act. I'll be honest with you. I got one question about the act. My first this is where I'm different. My first immediate thought was when I saw it was, I can't believe my man still got his convict pants on. I would have been what? Yeah. I'd have butt naked off my thing. I needed to get. Listen, let me tell you something.
I hear it.
If I'm in, how long am I doing? I'm inside. If I'm not butt naked, my pants is all the way down, and I got 1 foot out of the thing.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
One foot out, definitely.
Yeah, so I need to be stuck in. I can't have balls in and dick out. That's crazy. Yeah. I'm going in.
You probably you need to do that properly.
Yes.
I wonder if that was a paid partnership, because I heard that obviously she's brassing in there. You didn't know?
No, I did not know that.
So apparently, it's like there's a fee, and maybe not with that one.
That's good. I did not know that.
Nah, but as in like that's it. She was probably making big readies in there. But anyway, I'm disappointed with the cameraman.
Yeah, so am I. More
than anyone, not just for leaking it and for getting the whole wing. I was getting phone calls. Like one of my brothers is in Wano right now, yeah, and obviously like he's patterned it. He's got a phone, but everyone on more than one wing, the cells are just getting spun.
Serious?
Because of this, of course. Because
well, it's been brought. The phones, though, isn't it?
No, it's brought. Everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But because this has gone nationwide, it's brought the jail into disrepute, and they have to be seen to be doing something. And now there's just spinning cells.
Do you know how big this news got, bro? So obviously I follow court cases and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel called Law and Crime Network. It's an American channel, it's a big channel that covers like all kinds of court cases, all kinds of mad shit that's going on. They covered it.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, they covered it. I couldn't believe it. When I went on, I just put it on my YouTube and it was right on my For You thing. I was like, oh my, this reached far and wide. So now that makes our system look crazy.
Yeah.
Because not even that, my man's chopping the thing, whatnot, no dom, all these types of things.
She used to work at my gym, by the way.
Oh no.
I'm like Virgin Active.
Don't even say the area. So she's local then. So she's local.
Labatt Grove.
Oh shit. So is her man then? Her husband?
I don't know. They're a swinging couple or whatever.
Oh, so that's their vibes.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know she was a
No,
swinger.
they're a swinging couple. They was on like Channel 4 Swingers or something like that. Like,
Okay, but hold on. How does swinging work?
I don't know if that was a consensual swing.
There you go.
Yeah, it was
Because
a legal
swinging is
swing.
kind of usually like, if I take my missus out, whatever, we go to a certain place and we're just
I think
swinging.
they said it was an open relationship.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fair
the
play.
trust version of this isn't as big of an issue as what people think
Think
in
it
terms
is.
of like
And I
in
respect
her
that.
relationship.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's illegal to do what she did.
It's the embarrassment, I guess, as well.
It's the embarrassment. I'm not sure if she's got OnlyFans. I'm not sure about embarrassment. And maybe she didn't want it so high profile, but
Yeah,
there
but
is
not
every
everyone's
cloud.
not everyone's OnlyFans is that though.
This one will blow up now.
Yeah, her OnlyFans subscription must be up.
She
But
needs
she
to
might
get a
only be
suspended
showing feet.
sentence.
She might only be showing she might only be just showing breasts and all these type. Her OnlyFans might not be her chopping.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
should be now though.
Yeah, she might as well just up the ante.
I think they unfortunately it's just how it works. She's gonna have to be made. I would be surprised if a judge doesn't throw the book at her.
What kind of sentence is that?
I'm sure it's. I reckon she will get like 18 months.
That's a big stretch.
I'm not
still.
even sure if you could get her suspended, considering the amount of like
Yeah, the
like
news.
the media
coverage.
that's on it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem, bro, is the way that it makes the system look.
I think there's a bigger problem than that. I think there's a bigger problem.
Go.
I think those lads have messed up the opportunity of a lifetime.
What do you mean?
I think that they would have potentially had it sweet, and they messed it up.
Well, they had it sweet.
Who knows? Because he was kind of paro in there.
Who was?
The guy that was chopping her.
You think so?
Yeah, because he was just like better to be safe. I'm not sure if you watched all 2 minutes.
No, I watched the
30
whole lot when he sat because he obviously was Let me tell you something, by the way. Sorry to do this. If you got kids watching, I would advise them to not watch this part of it. But let me tell you how nuts this thing was. Yeah, the reason why it didn't seem like there was much panic going on or anything like that, and why she was really getting stuck in is because she started hitting him with the arc. You see, when you get in neck and she hits you with the arc,
Yeah.
she's in this to bits. He didn't seem like he was nervous, rattled, or anything.
Well,
He
shouldn't
sat
be nervous.
down.
No, but he
sat
said,
down.
he said it's better to be safe. But there was a point where it looked like someone might come in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she hopped in the bed. Like she hopped into the actual bed. So it's just that. I don't know, man.
Don't put this on the screen now.
We're having a quick look at it.
Was he going massaging that?
I mean, do you know what? A lot is being made of him lipsing her, yeah?
Nah, but I get that bit as well.
I get that bit.
Yeah.
I have no issue.
That's what I'm saying as well, yeah? This is where my analysis of that was. That wasn't part of I don't think that was on the cards to Lipser, but once he was getting stuck in, you know when you're just in it now?
Yeah, you're
Like,
doing
and
you're-
now he's reached that bit of actually being genuinely horny.
You're doing a 7-year stretch. You don't know when the next time this is gonna happen might be. Like you have to, you literally have to do it.
This is one of the craziest.
I can't believe how willing she was to be on camera.
That
That
is a
is
shocker.
absurd. I've never seen somebody so willing to be on camera. But do you know what? Fair play.
I said utility belt on.
Fair
Yeah,
play.
utility belt was on some bits.
utility belt's on.
Tight.
He's ranking it. The guy with the camera
Look, it
would have
didn't move.
The guy with the camera would have been a major distraction. Let's address the elephant in the room, which is the cameraman.
Well, yeah, but hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's covered. They're both covering her mouth. No, she's covering her mouth, and the cameraman's covering it.
Yeah,
But,
that lips is
Yeah.
when they both lost control.
yeah, they've lost control.
Aye. This part was pointless. This
Nah,
part
he-
here, there's just no
he's just
point
flexing.
there, just
He's just
to
trying to flex.
get yeah.
But the cameraman is a distraction. But usually, that's you get more minutes out of that.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
But the
'Cause
thing
you're
is, yeah, he is. You're already on borrowed time. From as soon as she enters the cell, you're on borrowed time. I don't think you can afford for someone to be there saying, "Hey, we're making history," you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like This is not what I need to hear. Anyway, if it was me in that predicament, I wouldn't need that, and I certainly wouldn't need it leaked.
I wouldn't need it.
But
I was impressed that there's a shoe rack in there, by the way.
yeah, but that jails are proper. They're proper now. Like
I saw a shoe rack in there. I said, "Rah, I respect that." But the whole thing is collapsed now.
yeah, it's a long way back for everyone involved.
But okay, let's have a serious conversation about it quickly then, yeah? What does it open up more questions about what our justice, what the prison system looks like? Because ultimately, in that little moment there, yeah, you're seeing, obviously, a man chopping a screw. The utility belt's on mad tight, by the way, still, and I have to respect that because usually you would find that would be loose because it would usually be around the belt, around the Jeep, the whatever it is. That came down and it held up really well. But and then obviously you're seeing a man smoking a spliff.
Yeah,
normal. Yeah,
not worried about the smell. He's not worried about the smell at all.
So is this now another conversation about that will end up being had about like how strict our prisons are? How the lack of maybe funding that there has been in regards to people even wanting to join working in a system like that. Because I was even saying to my dad yesterday, this is a little bit different, but I was saying to him, I remember like some years ago, I used to feel like I was seeing police all over the place. Yeah. That could have been down to some other things, but now there isn't a lot of police on the roads right now. There isn't that much and even then, if you call the police, sometimes they're taking ages to come. There's not really, it doesn't feel like, it feels like we're moving lightly into a light lawless-y.
Are we, do you think that's actually happening? Is that statistically the case? Or is that our perception? Because we're not criminals anymore.
Well, all I know is that the police is underfunded. I don't know about the prison though. So that's a different thing, isn't it?
I think
if less people are trying to become police officers or they're finding it difficult to get police officers, I would assume that they're probably finding it quite difficult to find screws.
I know plenty of people that I don't think they're struggling for staff. Maybe they're struggling for funding, but we know how the system works. They'll just pay them less. I still see a fair bit of flipping police around often.
Do you?
Often, but maybe where I am, they have to be present.
Right.
And it will probably change in a couple of weeks when I move. You know, and I might not see them at all, or they might just be playing or whatever it is. I still see where I am a hefty police presence. Always.
Do you, man? Do you? You feel like you do, yeah? Yeah, two other
but
people.
Also,
in it,
I don't look for. I remember before I would notice there would be a siren 1,000 miles away. I could hear it, and I could recognize a blue light from absolutely anywhere. Like, but now because I don't need those flipping, like almost like those reactions. I won't even notice when a police car passes me.
Yeah,
I've got insurance.
Yeah,
I've got like. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually
so you're not looking
committing any. Yeah. So maybe it's the perception of like, or your vantage point of where you are, you might not even notice it.
Right.
So a criminal is going to notice every flipping police officer.
Just here it says Conservative-led government slashed police budgets from 2010, leading to a reduction of 20,000 police officers.
I think they just said it's that reverse manifesto in 2019. There's probably more.
Oh, then it reversed.
Yeah.
Because after 2019,
I reckon
And they recruited the same number lost.
Also, then it recruited the same number lost. Interesting.
I would say the crimes are different now as well. So, for example, before you needed police in general, you actually needed quite a few of them on the beat because phones were getting stolen.
That's happening a lot now. That's happening in probably
more.
What?
Never left.
On their bike? Yes, massive now. Well, in and around central London, the phone stealing is
robbing people for their phones, or like snatch it and
snatching it. Not necessarily like. I don't think people are getting stuck up for their phones like that.
But that's what it was. Or if not me, but if you saw iPhone headphones 2005, happy days.
Yeah.
If I saw white headphones in 2005,
Nah, but do you know what it was? Do you know what it was, yeah? The motivation for the phone stealing was different then. Because you needed, like, you're stealing the phone to sell the phone or whatever. Now, it's about data. So there's so much data in phones now. That's why they're stealing the phone. They don't even need you to unlock that shit. They just take it and do whatever it is, try and get your bank details and whatever it is that they're doing with it. But in Central in particular, the phone stealing thing is massive. And the car robberies is a next thing. People's cars so like people's just windows getting smashed, bags getting stolen from their car or whatever. Those type of things. Like I think it does feel, maybe this is perception as well, but it does feel like
happened to my brethren after slow jams. Oh, it happened to Donny after
serious
slow jams in Coco's.
Crazy.
Come back, someone put the window in. There wasn't even nothing there, man. Just a baby seat. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Did they take the baby seat?
No, they left it.
Okay, that would be crazy. But petty crime seems like it's mad up. But maybe I could be wrong in saying that. But I think even going to the prison thing, I remember hearing at one point the prisons being overcrowded. If you've got if you've got prisons that are hella overcrowded, bare people linking up in prisons and this, that, and the fourth, or whatever, and you don't necessarily have enough screws, maybe sometimes it is better to just leave people to their own devices and do what it is that they're doing. Just don't document it and put it online.
Yeah.
If you document it and put it online, now you're making the country look bad, the system look bad, the world's talking about it. Now it feels like we have to do something about it.
The thing is, jail is there's too. And it sounds stupid, but there's too many opportunities in jail. So, for example, like a Z of Crow is gonna be a ridiculous amount of money compared to what it is out here. So a smoker is gonna be willing to pay far more than what it's worth out here to get it in there. So it represents for the people that work in the prisons, they have the power. They are there day in, day out. They understand where they get checked, if they get checked, if they're the ones doing the checking, blah blah blah. It's so easy to like get the brown envelope if you work in a prison. So unless you're one of those people that can't be bought, and that's not many people. Yeah. It's a difficult, not a difficult, but it's a conundrum you're gonna be like, you're gonna have to face eventually. Someone's gonna be like, listen, like, you're cool. Like, you identify who's the one that might be cool as a screw. Yeah. I beg you, get me a phone. I'll give you $2,000 if you can get me a phone.
2 racks.
And it is gonna be like that. Yeah. Like it's literally a smuggling operation, but without like the smuggling charges that you'd get for smuggling things overseas. Like it is literally it's as simple as that. If you can do it, there is a hefty premium here.
Man don't want likers anymore.
Man's in there with Dro. Man's in there with Dro. He weren't being conservative with how he was smoking that.
Yeah.
We're making history. He was moving sick.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's, mate, even this, when you smoke like that in a small space, that
it's everywhere.
It's going everywhere.
It's everywhere. I remember, like, I never even smoked, but for whatever reason, there would have been people smoking in my mum's house when I was young. But you know, like, your paro, like, opened every window, like, trying to get this waft out before your mum gets home.
Yeah. And even then, she's still coming in.
That's it. Like, why does it smell Febreze so much?
Yeah. I wonder what rehabilitation looks like these days.
I don't know. But do you know what's worth pointing out? Yeah. Go on. One, I'm not sure if people know like the reputations of jails, but certain wings on certain jails are gonna be very lenient. You won't get away with that in Belmarsh or in a Cat B or in a. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't get away with certain things because I think to even work in those places, you can't just go straight to working in Belmarsh, for example. You might have to go through one. Before you get there to prove almost like your trust. Yeah. So Cat D jails are like, they're the ones before you come home, basically. Yeah.
So man you can just do whatever. But yeah.
Well, that's not even the worst thing I've heard about jails.
Go on.
I know man that have smuggled people into jail.
What? How?
Girls going into jail, bro.
Swear down.
High vis, son. High vis.
Oh my
swear down,
God.
I'm serious.
What a gangster move, you know. If you can smuggle a whole person inside jail, have a gal in jail.
What was she thinking, bro?
Yeah, she's risking her whole thing. She's risking her whole thing. But you know what is? I was one of my uncles was talking to my uncle, and he was talking. I mentioned this thing to him about what happened in the prison and whatnot. He didn't know about it, but he was like, "Look," he was just like, "I could imagine that." He goes, "Don't put me working in the woman's prison. I get fired that
Facts.
day." I was like, yeah. It actually must be really. You see, temptation, just in general, is such a big thing. It's such a hard thing to avoid. Yeah, every day we're tempted by something in it, whether it be flipping crisp chocolate, I don't know, anything in it. So now you're put in an environment where you're supposed to be trusted to do the right thing, and there's a whole bunch of temptations. Because for her, let's say this woman, she's working in a jail. There's probably a whole bunch of men in there that are attractive men to her, whether it be they're physically attractive or they are mentally or emotionally attractive.
Aura.
Do you get what I'm saying? Aura, all of that type of stuff. And so now it's about how strong is your ability to be able to be like, you've got to do the right thing.
I read something today, yeah, and it made so much sense to me, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with the info. It said it's better to win the battle within than to go out there and win 1,000 battles against other people.
Right.
Like, you have to be able to deal with you.
Yes.
Like, can you overcome the thing that you need, but you know it's not good for you? But like, that if you win this battle, like, it's for the greater good. So, and it's kind of like the same thing, temptation, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How
good are you with discipline?
Terrible.
Percentage wise, 0 to 100.
With discipline.
Yeah. It's hard to actually round it.
I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna say I am. What we're going with all aspects of life. If I had to put a round number on,
I know that's a hard
disciplined
question to answer.
How disciplined I am in general, for 40%, 30% disciplined.
Give yourself some credit.
Do you feel more than that? No. Routine and like motive, like know-how, and it's not discipline.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
You know, like it's like doing things because you should do things is not the same as discipline.
Okay.
Discipline with myself, not with my kids, not with my I'm just disciplined. Me,
yeah, so discipline
30%.
would. Okay.
Could be lower.
Discipline would be, okay, cool. Let's say, for example, for the next period of time, I'm gonna do this, this, and this.
Yeah, but maybe that's not discipline. That some of that might be motivation. So, for example, I'm better with motivation than I am with discipline, but discipline's worth more. So, for example, I will be like, I'm going to go gym every day for X amount of days, and it might look like discipline, but really on the last days, because I'm going Marbella, there's motivation there, and I'm doing this extra stuff because I have had for my whole life a lack of discipline.
Right.
So I'm just gonna try and pull it together. I'm still gonna eat what I want, but I'm gonna try and out-train my diet. I'm gonna try and out.
But then that's not this year. That's not.
It's not discipline.
No, but discipline still would be though. If you're saying I'm going on holiday and I want to look like this, you still need to be disciplined in not just your training, but in all the aspects of what it looks like to get to that place.
Yeah, but
even if you are motivated by an end goal.
Maybe, but for example, me, I'm the type that if I wanted to get double results, I could do it. But I would need to have discipline. It means that I can't have that chocolate bar.
But you're saying you could do it, but could you do it?
No, I'm saying I can't.
Wow.
I'm saying I can't.
Okay.
Which is why I've only got 30% discipline. I've got enough discipline to get by, but not enough to thrive.
Okay.
You know, I see man and like they are disciplined. Like they're eating chicken breast only and broccoli. Like I'm not that disciplined because I look at them and I think, idiot.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
And it's just I look at them and I just feel like, bro, are you for real?
Yeah.
I don't have that level of discipline because I'm still.
Wait, are they doing that just because of just they believe that this is what life is supposed to be like, or are they doing it because there's an end goal?
I don't know. You know, like the super dons in the gym. Maybe they've got a competition coming up. Maybe they've got a holiday. Maybe they just want to be.
So then that goes to what you were saying about the motivation.
Maybe they have a motivation, but they have the discipline
to do it. That's what I'm saying.
I still don't.
Okay.
I will have a day and I will do the best as I can, as good as I possibly can. But I'm going to fall off regularly.
Right.
And then have to like retrain even more to accommodate what I've either done or what I feel like I'm going to do at that weekend, because I know that weekend is a hot weekend and I just know I'm not going to be able to rein it in. So I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to go for it here even more to accommodate that. Like, that's me.
Right.
And that's me even with money. I'm not bad with money, but my thing is discipline again. So for example, even with money, I probably don't have the discipline to stay on the same wage and achieve this, because I want to play around, so I'll need to make more.
Yeah.
Because I want that buffer to play around. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think I have that much discipline. I just have something that can almost substitute in for discipline.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing that you mentioned there, even with the finance thing, because what I've been doing over the last couple of years is I've just been paying myself, every month a certain amount, and so I would like to believe that I've been disciplined in that. But then anytime I've run out or I'm running out, I just top it.
But
I don't say.
But your intention is to be disciplined.
But that's not discipline.
My intention.
Discipline would have to be. No, but my discipline would have to be, if it's run out, I'd have to wait until the first of the month, and I'm just gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's discipline.
That's proper discipline.
Yeah.
But that's also like harmful potentially.
Yeah, well, ultimately, I pay myself enough. I pay myself enough to be able to not make that
have
go.
fun in there, and to if you've blown that, then it's like I really went for it.
Yeah, it's not that I really went for it, but it's like, I must have went. But you know what? Which also makes me think, I don't want to divert the conversation too much here, but it does highlight to me how difficult things are. Because I'm like, how could I be paying myself this amount of money every month? And at the end of the month, I'm hella low.
Bro, every time I go to a shop, a corner shop, it used to be like you spend £2.49. Every time I go to get a bottle of water, a chewing gum and toilet paper, it's like $7.77. Like, I don't know what's going on at the moment. But the economy is crippling us. So it's hard, money-wise, it's actually hard to like be disciplined, but it's probably the most important time in history.
Yeah.
To be disciplined and to be like, no, that's how much I've got for that. And people who are on the same, like, work for a company, a PAYE job, that have the same wage every month will probably be far better at discipline with their money than we will.
Yeah.
Because we kind of spend it as we get it. You could try and put a lid in it and be like, that's how much I have to spend this. And you like, that will probably fluctuate month to month. Like, you'll probably look in that pot that you pay yourself and be like, oh, this month I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And then next month, just like, I went way over.
Yeah.
So it probably balances out, but like, a lot of people only have that to play with per month. And because of that, they have to be disciplined.
Yeah, otherwise it's mad. But also with discipline for me, is that like, if I set myself a target to do something, I can be disciplined in that. So even if it is, say, for example, you know what, for a month or however long, I'm going to not eat meat, or I'm going to do the vegan thing, whatever. I can do that.
Yeah.
And I've done that. But my issue is I'm not disciplined enough to even do it enough. Because I can say to you, I can do it.
So what would
but I'm not going to do
what's
it
your
now.
Percentage then?
My all-round percentage in discipline, I'd probably say above 50.
I think it's higher.
I'd say it's above 50.
I
wouldn't say it's touching 60.
I would say
nah.
60. Well, then I would have your discipline at double my discipline. So I might have to adjust my number. Maybe I'm down to 26.
Nah.
Bro, I'm not that disciplined. I'm disciplined enough. When it comes to work, I'm disciplined. That's the only real area. And maybe on a football pitch.
Okay.
That's it. That's the two places I might not take too much risk. Everywhere else in life, I'm too risk adverse to be disciplined.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right... Risk adverse might mean that you're actually good at risk. No, I take risks.
Yeah.
That is my bag. I love risk.
I get what you're saying.
So I think it just takes... That part of me takes away from the discipline side of me. But especially food. Food is where I fall to pieces. So if I said to myself, from this moment now, I'm not eating chicken for 4 weeks, I will fall apart. like, from when I know I'm consciously doing it, it's like my body can't. It's like now it wants chicken.
Yeah.
Only.
Now it wants it.
Now
yeah.
it needs it.
Now it needs
actually.
it. Yeah. Now it needs it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest problem might be food, sugar mainly.
Yeah.
But food.
See, yeah, that's interesting because for me, my discipline on one aspect of food is really good, and on the other side, it's really bad. So, for example, during the week, very rarely will I eat junk food.
Okay.
Very rarely. On the weekend, though, I'm spazzing out.
And it's only junk food, almost.
Huh? Yeah, I could spaz out on the weekend.
But what does spaz out mean like? Because it might not be a spaz out.
It might not be, but sometimes it's horrific. Sometimes it's all 2-3 burgers from different places in one day.
Yeah, but alcohol will make you do that as well.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm out, if I attend the R&B slow jams,
Yeah.
my night's done.
Yeah. So,
Because
but discipline.
kebabs coming
I could
off
not
the
drink. I could not drink when I go out. But then maybe I'm not that disciplined in a sense that, like, if you push me enough, I'll have one.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
But is it one?
One.
That's fine then.
And I hate shots. What was it the other day? I can't remember where I was. They said, "Oh yeah, shots." I was like, "Nah." I said, "I'll have a drink, but I'm not having. I don't want to do the shots." Yeah. Nah, I just have a. By the way, yeah, that's a real thing. This peer pressure to drink is crazy.
It's bad.
Bro, it's actually mad.
It's bad.
Nobody takes no for an answer. If you say to somebody, if somebody says, "Do you want a drink?" and you say, "Nah, I don't want one," usually, at the bare minimum, they'll follow it up with, "Go on, just have one."
Do you know why?
Why?
They're already yacked.
Yes.
So like they're not even hearing what you're saying. They're only hearing what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're saying, "No, man, join me."
You join me.
Yeah.
It's self-indulgent,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
join me. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
No, just
yeah,
have
yeah.
one. And then the same with the shots and that. It's like, nah, I don't want to have a shot. Nah, just have a shot.
Shots are
Just
a
have
long
a
game.
shot. No, get him a shot. Get him a shot.
Yeah, there you go. And I bought it now.
Yeah, I bought it.
I bought it now.
And then, so that's what happened. So then it was like, this is exactly what happened as well, yeah. I was like, nah, I don't even want a shot. Then she was like, get him one, and just get him the orange juice as well. Because what you do is, you just take the shot, back the
Bam.
orange juice. I didn't even know this, by the way, because every time I've had a shot, I just do the thing, whatever. By the way, I don't like doing the salt thing, because I think that's crazy, by the way. Putting, bro,
I'll do the
salt like that. You just put salt on your thing, and just, do you know how bad that is for you?
I think it might be all right. It might help. Because they say if you have a headache,
Oh
salt's
my
good
God.
for you.
I don't know
If you
what
have
that's all
most
about.
things, salt is good for you.
But either way, yeah, they've come back with the shot and the orange juice, and then in the end, I've just had to have the shot and the orange juice, yeah. If I was purely disciplined, I would have stood on business.
Yeah, but
Don't
it also,
listen,
it brings
I'm letting you know,
it
I'm
brings
not having
other
that.
things in though. Yeah, discipline, yes. But then now we're bringing in
It makes it a
personality.
thing.
Yeah.
It
Now
makes it
we're
a
bringing
thing.
in everything else.
Yeah,
Like,
and now I'm going to change the mood. Because
Yeah.
if I joke around and I say, nah, I don't really want one, nah, and then I get to a point of saying, hear what I'm saying? I'm not having the shot. Now all of a sudden I'm
it's a
changing
thing,
the mood.
It's a thing, yeah. And you've even mashed up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I've taken them off balance.
But I don't mind. I don't even see that peer pressure and discipline. Yeah, I suppose it's a thing. I have discipline issues alone. Just me in the mirror. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I definitely have half the discipline you have.
Yeah. I hear it. I hear it.
So we'll go 28, 66.
Fair.
Or 56.
Some people can't even, like, if they go out for a drink with somebody, say they're going out on a date or whatnot, and they find out that the person that they're with don't drink, then that's mashed up their whole thing. Hey, do you know how fucked that is, bro? It smashed up their whole thing.
They got no moves after that.
None.
They need you to be drunk for their moves to work.
Just they need you to not even be drunk though. It might just be they think that it's gonna just raise your vibration a little piece and that you can maneuver in and around that bit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's
Just quickly,
mad.
I know this was super off topic, yeah, but I've caught up with like Love Island.
Oh, are we gonna? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Because there's a few different places we could go.
I'm not that caught up, so I haven't caught up to yesterday's. But I kind of have an idea of what I.
Yesterday's,
know
by
what's
the way,
going
for
on.
people that are listening, we talk that was on. What was it? Thursdays. So Thursday would have been where the castle lot came back and they recoupled. Okay. Yeah.
So obviously I see Mimi's mash,
Yeah, I feel sorry for Mimi though, man.
but you see Jessica, I kind of.
Bro. Let me tell you something happened yesterday in yesterday's episode that made me really fuck with her even more. And I'll tell you why, yeah? So, Jess, okay, for people that need to just give some context. Ayo and Mimi were coupled up from the beginning, yeah? And then, when Casa came, basically, he immediately saw Jess and was like, this is me.
Yeah.
But bearing in mind, people were saying prior to that, people were saying that Mimi and Ayo were boring and that their conversations was dead and that they were like, they just didn't look like there was a vibes. When he went into Casa Amor, he just was like a different Don.
Yeah,
he was in there, just vibes in. He was really enjoying the time. These times, Mimi is in
her side of
just like just being loyal to the thing or whatnot. Yeah, but what ended up happening yesterday, which you'll see, is. When he's coupled up, when Ayu said, I'm going to recouple with Jess, yeah, the first thing she said was she sat next to him, she looked him in his eyes and she said to him, you are being very, very, very brave. I just thought that was really attractive, the way she said
Jessica?
it. That's what she said, yeah?
Yeah.
Then, when the whole thing's transpired now, whatever, like everyone's walking around like wet, slapped asses and all these type of things now, yeah? Ayo's then sat down with Mimi to have a conversation with her. That conversation didn't go that great. Mimi handled it very well.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was like, she's ended up just getting up and walking off, yeah? So then Jess has come to sit down with him, yeah? And the subtlety in what she did, from my perspective, I just thought was so sexy to watch. Because he sat down, she asked him if he's okay, but when she's talking to him, yeah, she's not like sort of leaning back. She's like leaning forward with deep interest to find out if like he's emotionally okay and if he's handling it all right and whatever else, yeah. And she said a couple of things to him, but the way she did it was in the most compassionate and like it was so compassionate, but it was so soft and it was so like
It's like
it was
she gets-
endearing.
it's like she gets it.
She just bro.
No, bro. That's the problem. That's the thing. I don't know where she's from. I don't know that much about Jess. She's got to be a Londoner somewhere, innit?
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
she's emotionally quite smart.
Yes.
And then she's also attractive.
Yeah.
And she's also like kind of witty and cool and da. Like she knows how to flirt.
Yeah.
So for Io's at 8, yeah? He's a midfielder. He could do the box to box. You want to do the boring thing, he can sit with you and do the Henderson.
Yeah.
But if you want to go up and do the folding, and he can do that as well.
Strong.
Like, and he can do both, but he obviously prefers to attack.
Yes.
So when you pair him up with someone that he can bounce off,
Yeah.
like I saw that first convo, and she disarmed him in like, it's like he wanted to be disarmed.
Yes.
Like, so what's your type? He goes, I can't even say that.
Yeah.
You. And he's just like, you.
Yeah.
She didn't even ask a follow-up question.
No.
He said, I can't even say that. You, innit? Yeah. Like, it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Like, and all of a sudden, there was the Hazard-Giroud link-up. It's just like, I'll be real. Like, I like Mimi. I think she's cool. And she's super pretty as well. But you might just need to let that flourish anyway. I know she's done that. She's been graceful. And she's kind of just stepped out of the way. But I'm interested to see what that becomes, because I know it looks like I was.
It's over for Mimi, and it's over for Mimi now.
Is it?
She's not gonna meet no one in the thing. I don't think.
I want, because I've seen the curveballs, like, and all of a sudden.
Oh.
No, I haven't seen anything that's coming. But I'm saying in general, I see people who leave the person they're with for the next one, and then like it takes a couple days.
Yeah.
And you're like, I think I've made.
That's what happened with
wrong decision.
that's what happened with the other black couple. What was their names? They're still together now. You see them out together. You all know. EA put the names on the screen. Them anyway, yeah. But the reason why I don't think that's going to happen this time is because I think the difference between that situation and this situation is that Jess has got so much more about her than my man's thing that he had. You get what I'm saying?
But it could be a fast start. It could be. I'm not sure how long this was in days.
Did you see the way they lipsed each other? Did you see that? The way Jess, let me tell you something. The way Jess and Ayo lipsed each other was like, I know that kiss. That kiss is basically saying, subliminally, I love oral sex.
It's a message.
I love oral sex to pieces. That's my bag.
Yeah.
That's what that kiss was saying.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't play around with me.
Don't play with me. Like, I will finish you. Like,
and even more so her, because for a minute, for slightly, he looked like he was trying to keep up for a little bit, but he was engaging in it properly. And bro, I watched that kiss, yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I wanted to smash.
Who?
I was thinking of, it put me in a vibe. I swear.
Because when you see the tongue come from beneath.
Yes! Yeah!
Tough to deal with them kind of kisses, man.
But Mimi, I think it's done for Mimi. Are we gonna be honest about? Are we gonna have an honest conversation about Grace, or are we gonna just pretend?
I think it's time to. She's so wicked with it. She is
Jess. Grace. Firstly, she has to be one of the coldest ones that's gone in there, you know.
She's good stuff.
She's very, very, very good stuff. Yeah. Now, look, there was a part of me that I got, like, it was knocked a little bit away from me when I saw an Instagram clip of the subtle work and whatever that she's having.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I didn't really love that. And I would have preferred to have not seen that, to be honest with you. Because when I was scrolling down her thing, on her gram and that, and I'm going back to 2017. She looks like that, without much of the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
As in, but you know, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's like psychosomatic, but you know, like you think. But at least I don't know any of their Instagrams. So I ain't been on their Instagrams to go down and see what they were.
I had to look at Grace. I'll be honest with you. I had to look.
Very pretty.
She's very, very.
She reminds me of It's gonna sound crazy, but you know Mystique from X-Men.
Oh yeah,
the actor.
Yeah.
I don't know her name. But she's got that same kind of like look, like hair.
Yeah.
She does look like her, but she's
her
got
lips
nice
and that, and she's very, 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 very attractive.
It's a lot of berries, man.
Yeah, I think she's very attractive. I'm not even gonna lie. I think she's so lame. But when that whole thing unraveled with Joey and whatever, I was saying before, Joey's not her type. She's not into Joey.
So I must have missed not the whole beginning, but I knew she was with Joey, and like Joey's Jonesy.
Yeah,
get me? He's just gonna have Jones everywhere. It don't really matter.
You know, Joey's smashed everything that's gone to Sugar Hut
like,
and Faces.
There's not much that can shock Joey now. He's seen it all, done it all.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But he's also quite. My mum said, I'm a little bit like Joey. Just in the way that he don't really care about what he's doing. Just like, okay, man, I did it. What kind of thing? But
that's true.
He lost her, right? Oh no, he picked something else. Did he get someone else?
He picked someone else. But I do have a slight take on it though.
What's the take?
The take was, he was originally with a girl called Samantha. He wasn't on Samantha really. Grace came in and he was absolutely smitten to pieces. But he already had a thing with Grace from before. He slam dunked her on a holiday. They
Oh, hold on. He smoked.
Yeah, he smoked Grace. Yeah, he smoked her. Like, they was in Ibiza or something like that. They had a holiday romance or whatever. He smoked her or whatnot, and it just didn't work out. Apparently, she lived in Manchester. He lived in London. Apparently, that's why it didn't work or whatnot. So she's come in. He's on her. Smitten, though. Like, it's like, he can't believe that she's back in there. He's so on her. He's so on her that he's being disrespectful. He barely even touched that other girl's leg, yeah? When Grace came in and he coupled up, he was lips and all over the place. He was just bubbly. But here's where Grace was dangerous. Yeah, Grace said to him, "If you wasn't in here, I'd be chatting to Omar. That's Stormzy's brethren." Yeah,
who's Omar?
Omar was in there. Stormzy's brethren. You ain't seen him. Let me show you him.
No way.
1 second. On Instagram, by the way, his name is this is it. He was in.
Okay, yeah. I saw this, and then they had the little
thing. Him and Joey. Yeah. So, she's told him that, innit? She said to him, "Yeah, if you weren't here, I'd be chatting to Omar." Then Grace has now come back another day talking about Omar's likely flirting with her or whatever. Yeah. Nobody's seen this, by the way. And bearing in mind, Love Island's always going to put a little thing in there.
Of course.
We always seeing is a clip of her telling Joey that Omar is apparently flirting with her, even though we ain't seen it, yeah? So Joey's lost his head. That's when Joey's gone to him and said to him, "Bro, like, what is it that I'm hearing that you're trying to flirt with her and whatnot?" He don't know what the fuck Joey's talking about, but then Joey's talking about, there's no competition. He's lucky.
There's no competition.
Bro, he was threatened, and I think he was just psyching himself up.
What did he, like, obviously,
But he's basically saying you could never get Grace.
Oh, like that?
That's basically what he's trying to say.
He's saying there's no
between me and you. There's no competition.
He's
bro.
saying there's no competition. Like you could never.
Oh! You can't. You could never take my me and you are different. I am above you. Essentially, we're not here. Yeah. There's a mad tone in that.
And he's also thinking, I've already smoked her.
I've already smoked her. Yeah. But then now, when they've done this game of the heart race thing, when they got to dance on each other and whatever else now, yeah. Ayo's danced on her, clamped his lips on her neck and whatnot now, yeah. Then it's come back that her heart raced higher for Ayo. Joey's leaned back like, oh, by the way, Omar's being kicked out at this point, by the way. Yeah. So he's not even there. So anyway, Joey's kicked back and he's like, oh, okay. Couple days later, new things come, he's out of here. I think that he's sussed. You know what? Me and you's had a thing, slam dunked you in that thing, whatever else, yeah. We're in here, we're holding a strong vibes, and we've been doing that for a little minute, yeah. But you've been telling me a bit about Omar, though, slightly. And then your heart was lightly racing for Ayo. Yeah. Two dons. I don't know if maybe at some point you might put me in a vulnerable situation. You see the next blonde thing that comes in here that looks like she's done faces and sugar heart and that? That's me.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. These times now, Grace has gone flipping Casa Amor. She's linked up with Blade. And then you see what Blade looks like? He just looks like
the big rugby don.
Yeah. He just looks like concrete, bruv. He's stiff.
He looks like the rock guy from X-Men.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does.
No, it's not X-Men. Fantastic Four.
That's the one. Yeah, he does. He's got that. He's got that.
Like just a big.
Yeah, he's got that stature, and the back of his is just flat at the back.
Oh, is it flat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, she's lips him in it. Yeah, that lips look mad stiff. By the way, even like he just looked like he needed to stretch, and it just looked. Like the lips just look like it just looks stiff, bro.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, that's when she said that the don that looks like Tiger that's in there. She's on a vibe of
yes.
Do you know what? I think I need to lips him in it to see what's going on.
I saw that bit, and she said the lips was top tier.
Listen, you could see it in Grace's face. Yeah, you see after the kiss, for a strong 7 seconds, she thought,
"Fuck these cameras."
You can take me to the moon. You could see it in her face. In the end, though, I'm going to spoil it for you because I know you don't really care about it too much. In the end, she ends up coming back with Blade, but...
What?
Yeah.
How did he mess that up from there?
You know what it was? I don't know if he messed it up. I think what Grace ultimately did was, yeah, none of them she don't like none of them. She didn't like Grace. She didn't like Tiger or Blade, yeah. She didn't like them. But I think she went with what looked better to her in and bearing in mind she's done a thing with Joey, like she's had something with Joey, yeah. Coming in with Tiger, he looks a bit more Marmite-ish in the way that he looks. Whereas Blade, even if he's not your type, he looks like he'll punch a man in. So I think she's gone in with that kind of vibe of, I've come in with the Don that looks like he'll smoke everybody in it.
She's playing a proper game here.
Yeah.
She might not be a no one.
Nah, she's not on either of them, bro. She's gonna friend zone that.
But the lips is, the lips is obviously Joey would have planted a proper lips on her in Ibiza, and that's what would have sealed the deal, because you could see.
She said the chop's good. She told one of the girls in the thing. They said, like, was he good? And she was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, he was. Like, you can. Grace has got one of them faces where, like, when she's trying to not be awkward, she can't be awkward. It's like she's trying to not be awkward, but she's. You know what I'm saying?
She's like, he's the truth.
But
man,
it's an interesting one still. Did you see the video clip, by the way, of the dad catching the daughter?
No.
You ain't seen that?
No, I saw Lippy tweeting about it, but I haven't seen the actual clip.
Let me just show you this very quickly, brother.
The dad caught his daughter, with another guy, right?
We don't know the context, though.
Okay.
But, I'm going to try and find it through Lippy. I know Lippy tweets a lot, though. Let me see if I can find it.
He's probably done 800 tweets since.
Since then, I know. But it was... So basically, you see a video clip of, like, they're at a bus stop. It just looks like two teenagers at a bus stop. And he's like he's sitting on the thing. The girl's standing in front of him, and she's holding he's holding her ass. Yeah. Next minute, the dad pulls up with the next man, and he is going. He gets her and he like bundles her in the car, and then look, I'm not gonna be able to find this through Lippy's thing.
What is that many? He's a mercenary.
Right, let me see if I can still try and find it. Yeah, Twitter is his bag, bro. Wait, I'm on day 3.
I feel like I saw it a few days ago.
I'm just going to go to day 4 at least. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, got it.
So basically, they're at a bus stop. He's like squeezing her. The youth is squeezing her ass. They're just cuddling, innit? And the dad comes out of the car with another guy, and he bundles the daughter in the car, but he's sticking it on the boy.
He slapped him.
And he slapped him, yeah. Yeah, you can put this on the screen.
This is bonkers. Nah, he's moving too sick.
I didn't even hear the audio of that. He's saying telling him to do something. Do you know how that's a bit of a mad one?
He's handled that bad as a dad. But it's one of those ones. Like I think I know how he feels. You can never tell someone how to feel.
No.
But you can tell someone how to act.
Yes.
It's mad because I'm trying to put myself in that situation. Yeah. And at the moment, my daughter's too young, so like I only see the princess. So I don't know what she's gonna be like at 16 years old. But what I will say is this: I'm on my daughter. I'm not gonna go as far as him. But I'm on her.
What do you mean?
I'm on her. What do you mean? What? Man, a gripsing her bum at a bus stop, and this is a man that grips bums at bus stops. So I get it from both angles.
Is it because the reason being why a man might feel so against it is because you know where your mind was at the time when you're doing it, and the thought of thinking that somebody, say you're at the bus stop, you're squeezing her bum, you're talking and that whatnot, you might just be having a general normal conversation,
of course.
but in your head you're thinking, I can't wait.
No, I'm not even worried about that. I think I'm more worried,
and not wanting that you don't want somebody to think that feel that way towards your daughter.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I think I'm more just on the like, I don't know. Like, I'll be protective over my daughter because that's man's princess from birth, nappies, You get me? You've looked after her whole life. That's your princess. So what you don't want to see her doing is having her bum gripped up at a bus stop. That's the first thing. So you're gonna have to coach that out of her immediately. That's not acceptable. And I'm not saying it's not acceptable because it happens every day. Someone's bum's getting squeezed at a bus stop. This happens. School ages, whatever it is. Yeah. But if I drive past and I see that, you're getting in the car. You are getting in the car. I might not grip you up and put you in the car, but you're getting in that car. And the youth is getting a talking to. He might not hold the slap, but he's getting a talking to. But it's not his fault. So how I act in theory compared to how I act in real time could be worlds apart. But in reality, I'm not going to say he's doing anything wrong.
No, he's not doing anything.
He's not doing anything
he's
wrong.
Just young. They're both of it.
But they're both not really doing anything wrong.
That's what I was going to say. Neither of them
are
doing anything wrong, though, really.
Yeah.
But then that's the thing. Neither of them are doing anything wrong. If neither of them are doing anything wrong, ultimately you have to accept that this is a you problem.
Yeah, but okay.
So then if it's a you problem, then you're projecting.
But she's not doing anything wrong. But, all right, cool. Take age out of this. And it's your sister at 40 years old getting her bum gripped at a bus stop. It just isn't the greatest place. It's just not the greatest situation.
No.
Getting your bum gripped on road, bus stop. That's what I'm saying. Even if you're married and your dad sees, and her dad sees that, he's probably going to have a little bit of a gripe. Like, broski, that's my daughter. Whatever you do behind closed doors, I know if you live with her, you got 10 kids with her, whatever. Don't grip her bum at a bus stop and make me drive past and see you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that that's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say, big man, I would not like this, but in a sense, you're essentially saying like, this is my princess here, yeah. And even though you two have what you're having together, I need you to respect her in a certain way. And right now, this is looking a little bit tacky.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just this is not what I had pictured for my daughter, and she's an idiot because I'm giving her major words.
Yes, but the thing is though, yeah, is that when your child gets to a certain point, you have to just it doesn't become about what you have.
I know.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the problem.
So then that's where it's like, if we can both agree in some way, neither of them have done anything wrong.
Yeah.
That, how the dad's acted, it's a him problem. He's projecting way too much.
And the moment you slap, now I'm going to put myself in the dad of the boys' shoes now.
Yeah.
You slap my son for gripping your daughter's bum, I promise you, this is a warning for everybody in the future. You put your hands on my son, your door is going in and it's flying off the hinges. I am putting your door in. You like, it don't even matter that you don't know that he's my son. Put your hands on my son, your door goes in, and that will remain the rule for a long time until he's big enough to put your door in himself. Like, but I just don't like a 40, 50-year-old slapping a 15-year-old who showed no motion or like no body language. There was no disrespect. Even there was no fight back. He was like, if anything, just trying to like be like, all right, I'm sorry. Like he knew what the parents' gripe was, what the dad's gripe was, and just trying to not. But the dad was just going off on one and then slapped him. And I think from that moment, this whole situation changes. The moment you put hands, I'm not even too mad at the shouting because he's emotional, whatever it is. But the slap, you slap someone else's son, and I think you should always be prepared.
Yeah.
If I went out there and I just slapped a 15-year-old, it's not my peer. It's not my equal. It's not someone who me and them should have a problem.
Yeah.
If I go and slap a minor, I have to expect some real drama.
Yeah.
I have to. Like, that is ridiculous, bro. You can't just go around slapping people's children.
Nah. And essentially as well, kind of what you've said there is you're both protective over your son and daughter, maybe just in different angles a bit. So in that angle, there, you're just not going to really be loving someone just gripsing your daughter like that in a sense. But you are going to you're going to match the energy, if not even more, if somebody touches your son.
I think it's bigger.
But
I think it's bigger. How you act as there is part of this that is a natural, almost rite of passage. Sitting at a bus stop with a girl in between your legs and you're holding her around her waist. Whether as a dad of a daughter you like it or not, it's a natural path of you don't want to see it yourself, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should know that. You know what I'm saying? You've been young, but slapping a grown man, slapping your son,
it's outrageous.
You might not ever prep for that.
No.
That's not something that goes through your mind. So I just think that action has to be met with a major repercussion.
Yeah. And he would have to hold that. He would just have to hold that.
No,
see the thing though, yeah. Because obviously I can hear it. What the arguments are like. Because sometimes people say, when people talk about being protective over their daughter when it comes to those type of things, but not being protective over their son and allowing their son to move more wicked and bad in the sexual aspect of things is problematic.
Yeah. Do you know what? All right, cool. As a man with a son and a daughter, and I'm probably going to have to face both of these things. They're still kids.
Yeah.
But my son's growing up and he thinks he's a rapper. You know what I mean? And when they get to the age and they think they're beginning to rate their source, both of them.
Yeah.
So I can see what they're both going to be.
How old is he now?
9.
9, okay.
I personally, I know I'm going to have to... I actually am a different parent to both of them.
In what sense?
I am harder on my son.
Right.
But he is also the oldest. It's not just that he's a boy, it's the fact that he's the oldest. He's the one that's supposed to be more responsible and he's supposed to show her the better things and how to act, blah, 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 blah. And I would probably be the same, harder on her if she was the elder sibling. But I'm harder on him in certain respects, but I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle it when it gets to boyfriend-girlfriend stage and fancying people and all of that. Because right now it's like anything my daughter is getting nipped. You're too young for all of this. But
she's younger though already.
Yes, but my son, for whatever reason, can come home and say he's got a girlfriend at school, and I don't find an issue with it. If
your daughter said, because you know what that is. Yeah. When a kid comes home at that age and they say they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you know that's just a little idiot.
Yeah.
But and I say that respectfully, like an idiot thing. Yeah. So even if I'm sure if your daughter came and said, I got a boyfriend at school, you would still probably interpret that as you wouldn't take that seriously. It becomes different. It becomes different when she's 14.
Yes, but even at 6 years old, I'm trying to subconsciously nip certain things in the bud. Things that there are some things that are inevitable.
Right.
You're never gonna you just want to minimize risk and make it as perfect of a situation as you possibly can. Now, having a boyfriend in the reading area in year 3 or whatever it is not ideal. And but what you want to do is set boundaries. Area. Yeah, but you want to be able to set boundaries, and I guess it's my job to be a major example to her as to what love is, and you want to make it as perfect as possible for your daughter. Maybe not so much for your son though.
Right.
So for example, my son, if he comes home and says, "Yeah, I've got a girlfriend," it's still an idiot thing, but I'm not. There's not alarm bells going off for me.
Right.
For his mum, there is.
Okay.
Because she's idiot guy. So whatever it is, all of that. Yeah. I'm not worried about him and girls until it's time to worry about him and girls, if that makes sense. But with my daughter, I'm no, this is the proper way. I don't want it. Boys are shit. That's what I'm trying to put in there.
Yeah, but obviously I'm not a dad, so I'm not qualified in it. But won't it turn into secrecy?
Exactly. So that's where I'm gonna have to figure out this balance. Obviously it's way too early. My daughter is 5.
Yeah.
So she's almost 6. But I'm saying I'm interested to see how I learn on the job.
Yeah.
Because I am also a guy that is not necessarily cynical, but I know what this world really is.
Of course.
Like, I know there's wickedness, and I know that it's not that wickedness doesn't belong to a gender, by the way. It's not like always man is wicked to gal, and it's that like I know it's not that, and it will be changed in the next decade when she's old enough to start thinking about boys and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I have to do. I guess the only way for me to do this is in real time, but I think I will always be, when it comes to the opposite sex, more protective over my daughter than I will with my son. But when it comes to what's outside, like my bigger worry for my son is like just the madness that can happen amongst boys. It's not really even that much to do with girls. It's more like making sure that he's street smart, and that like there are sticky situations that he is going to be in. Like, you just can't help it, because when you're a teenager or whatever it is, like, you're gonna end up just in certain situations that you need to be able to navigate your way out of, in terms of beef, or in terms of issues, or in terms of like being able to manage relationships and all these things that happen. Yeah, like, and I want to arm him more for that than I do for girlfriends.
Do you know what? I could be wrong in saying this, yeah, but I'm gonna say it anyway, and somebody can debunk it in some way. But I think, yeah, just listening to you speak, I think that in a dynamic where the mum and dad are together and they are in a good relationship.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, every relationship has its ups and downs. But both the parents are there. They're both present. But the parents are both doing what we would deem as the right things in growing a child. Yeah, I think in that dynamic, when you grow a boy and a girl, when they get to a certain age, depending on where you live, and let's say the place that I'm using as an example is London, I think that we should be more harder on our boys than our girls.
100%.
Because usually, and again, I don't know statistically, I'm just going by my experiences and things. You know, you always hear these daddy issues, situation when dads ain't there and whatever, yeah. If the dad's home, the daughter's got a good relationship with the dad or whatever else, yeah. More often than not, the daughter isn't necessarily going to go super off the rails. She's going to at some point have an experimentative stage in her life at some point. Yeah. That might come in her teens, in her 20s, 30s, maybe even later than that, yeah. But if you're a young boy and you are just living in an inner city of London, you're just not even street smart in any way, shape or form, you could be a victim in so many different ways.
So that is what I was having this conversation with someone in the gym earlier today, yeah, because there was a shooting the other day in Grove, and 2 people got shot, and it weren't even like a gang affiliated one. Like, you're talking like just not even that kind of thing. And I know they always say that on the news or whatever it is, but like these youths were not even that. But you look like you could be from this world, so we're just gonna hit whatever we can, kind of thing. They're good. I think they got hit in their leg and all of that, yeah. But this is what I mean. Like, London is getting worse.
London, Manchester, Roehampton, Wolverhampton. Yeah. No, not Roehampton. Wolverhampton, and where else?
Birmingham.
Would you say? Bristol.
Yeah,
Birmingham.
There's certain ages. Like, once you're out of that bracket, I don't know what that bracket is anymore. 15 to 25. It's tough. That 10 years as a guy is tough, because you're always near to a situation, or potentially nothing. You could just be walking home like them 2 youths were, and boom. Do you know what I'm saying? And it might not have anything to do with you, but guys, I think they have to navigate that pretty well, and it's not easy, because you have to be pretty street smart. You don't want to be like a stay inside and just be a nerd, but you don't want to be absolutely in the mix, because it's dangerous, and like the statistics aren't great for you in terms of like even if you are alive, it's fine, but it doesn't mean that you never thrive. Do you know what I'm saying? In certain situations, in certain areas, and there was like some people that make it out, but it's anomalies, really. Do you know what I'm saying? Once you're caught up, like once you're fully caught up in it, you're in trouble. And then you statistically look at it, and it will be a lot of like single parent families, social housing, low income, It's all the familiar buzzwords around crime, deprivation, So as a parent, your job essentially is to make life as easy as possible. Not too easy, because you know what they say. They say flipping hard times make tough people make good times, good times make soft people make tough times. You just basically create that circle around. So if you create the most perfect scenario for your children and they never have to lift a muscle, and you've made life super easy, you put them in this little bubble, somehow or some way, somewhere down the line, they will make their life difficult because you haven't really equipped them for any hardship.
Yeah.
So I just think you gotta, like, obviously it's different person to person, innit? If your son is the type of, if you can like character profile your son and know that, hold on, he's gonna get in a bit of trouble here, so maybe let's move him out of the area, or let's get into a different school, or let's little things, little moments that are gonna, your daughter's having it like mad distracted in a mixed school, you know what, maybe you need to put her in a girls' school. Like, it's just about knowing what to do and when to do it and not being blind to it.
Well, not being a parent, I believe that in some way it is right to be to parent differently. Like your son and your daughter. I believe that it is right to do that. I'm not sure what it actually looks like in the right way. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there naturally should be different, because for example, let's say your young daughter at some point is going to have a period. In periods, the hormones, this, that, and whatever, and so it would be nice to be mindful of that experience that young girl is going through, which would be different to a boy of that age who is not going to have a period, but he's going to have some other things. But I don't know what that difference is. But I do think though that sometimes we internalize and project a little bit too much, and it's more our problem than it is theirs.
But a lot of it's from our childhoods, they say. Like, in terms of, like, for example, if you grow up with both your parents, you will be, or they say you'll be far more rounded when it comes to dealing with, like, the emotions of both a man and a female. You understand certain things, and you grow up living with a woman. My mom's calling me right now. Imagine that. You grow up with a woman and like stupid things, but you inherently learn to put that toilet seat down. And just little things that you learn over the years, they become habit. And I think when you have kids, they say you parent each of your kids differently anyway. Even if you have 4 boys, there's a book, I forgot what the book's called, but it's basically alludes to the fact that you're never the same parent, and every child gets a different parent. So for your son, you may have had him when you were 20 years old, your eldest, whether it's a daughter or son, you have them when you're 20 years old, you haven't really figured out life, and because of it, maybe you don't have the patience that you would have when you have your third or fourth experience, kid. Yeah, but your experience makes you a different person. So that's at 20 years old. If you have your last child at 40 years old, you're like this. You're maybe financially free. Maybe or maybe not, because 3 kids might have run you into the flipping ground. But just like you actually,
most parents are not though.
But as in, like, you could be, or at least you've seen it all. You're not panicked. Nothing.
You just have more information.
Exactly.
You got more information,
and maybe you have more means. And maybe you have more help because you've got the 3 others, and etc. etc. So there's basically a theory that says you're never the same parent to any of your children. You're completely different. Yeah.
But I think in what we're talking about in regards to the parenting, the differences between the boy and the girl, the only way that you would see the differences or super notice the differences, I guess, is if you got twins. One's a boy, one's a girl. And you look at how you deal with both of those at the same age.
Yeah, facts.
And then you will really, if you take a step back, then you'll have a look.
I don't know a single like boy-girl twin.
I did actually, and she used She used to listen to the pod at one point. She was someone from my area. She had a brother. I never used to really know him like that, but I used to know her quite well. And
I wonder how like connected you are, like as a, because they say with twins, like you're super connected, like cerebral, like you feel things at the same time. I wonder what it's like as a.
Yeah.
It must be mad.
Don't know. I think it's interesting still, man. But yeah, flipping hell. The dynamics between. Oh, that was the other thing I was just gonna lastly say as well. Yeah, is that like, you know, a lot of the time we might look at the way that a girl would be around boys, but I think maybe even more so now, young boys need examples of what it looks like in how you treat a woman a certain way too. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird. It's dependent on the conversation. And I think the conversations are probably quite different. I think women are probably, or young girls, would really benefit off knowing how to deal with men or young boys.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and it not just necessarily be about, a boy treating a girl right. I think young girls also need to know, or there should be conversations around how to
facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Treat a guy right. Treat a guy right. Be like, it's 100%. But basically, they say whatever you grow up seeing and being exposed to, you'll half become that. As time goes on, I realise that half of what I am is actually because of my mum. More than half. Far more. There's bare times I'm like I'll have a reaction to something, or I behave like this, or like I dig my heels. I hate asking for help.
Yeah,
I
same.
hate it.
Yeah,
I
same.
hate it. Like, I'd rather tough this out 100%. And like that's from my mum 100%. And there's bare things, positives and negatives. You know what I'm saying? But it's all kind of learnt behaviours that you just soak up as a sponge, and because of it, you just, I don't know, you just do things almost the exact same way.
Yeah, man.
It's all mad, man.
It's all mad.
When are you having kids?
Bro, you know what? This summer.
What?
Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going outside this summer and I'm having a baby with somebody.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, man. Why not? I'm doing it, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
That's the announcement.
But I'm gonna
That's the announcement.
I'll announce it on the pod, but I'll announce it just before it's about to arrive.
Oh, you're gonna announce?
I'll announce it.
What, when the baby's due?
When the baby's due.
Oh, yeah,
but like a month before.
I don't think so.
But hear what I'm saying, yeah? When I do this, I'm not gonna just go outside, slam dunk something and have the baby or whatnot. This is what I'm gonna do. At some point, I'm gonna be like, something about you, let's have a conversation. I'm gonna have a conversation with them, and I'm just gonna trust that judgment in those couple of meetings, yeah? And I know I might get it wrong. But I'm gonna trust that judgment, and we're going for it.
I like it.
I'm going for it. Babes, do you think we can do it? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Fuck it, man. At the end of the day, look, you only live once. I've got all of this information.
Yeah.
I've learned all of this.
Yeah.
You've learned all of that so far and whatnot. We need to put this into good
Who
use.
are we to not give this to
Do
someone
you get what
else?
I'm saying?
Yeah,
I need to
true.
think. You get what I'm saying? Pass this on, and then ultimately, gone. And then, you know what? Maybe we just make an agreement that we have another two.
There you go.
If we're going to have one, we might as well have
May as well
another
knock them
two.
all out.
Yeah, we might as well just flip in, just keep going for
true.
it, man.
Three's a charm, man.
Yeah, this summer, we're currently in July right now. I think probably, ideally before Malta.
What? Hold on. What?
Breedings.
No, not the baby obviously can't come.
Yeah, I was
before
going to
Malta.
say, like, we've got one in the pipeline.
No, but I'm talking about the buns in the oven.
Yeah.
Like
Do you know what you should
before
probably
before
do?
the 13th of September. If there's any candidates, let me know. No, I'm
September's
joking.
good.
Huh?
September's good, because then it gives you the full.
Yeah, I get
round
all
to
of July,
yeah,
and I get all of August.
and
You
then
get
the
what I'm
baby
saying?
will come in July as well, so you get a summer baby.
Oh yeah, then I get one in and around that as well. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, and I'll be present. Do you know what I mean? We'll work it out, and
There you go.
anything is anything. Oh, lastly, yeah, for all those who have applied to be the producer of Hcpod, yeah, I was going through them, and we will pick a few at some point, yeah, to have a conversation with you. It's just taken a while because I've just had a lot of things going on or whatever. I will just, on a light bit of feedback, there was a lot of writing. There was a lot of reading. And although although like some of the emails and that were like I wanted. Do you know, bro? I was going through the emails, yeah, and I wanted to just give everyone a job. Yeah. You know, like I wanted to just give everyone something. You're all Bear of them, Bear of them just seemed super cool and like was writing a lot of things, because I think right now I got a lot going on, you got a lot going on, Poet's got a lot going on, but this is still really important. And even for me personally, I come here more time, I'm like, kind of divert the maneuver the conversation or whatnot.
You basically produce it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, but I need someone that's gonna come in now and that is essentially gonna be like, yeah, boom, this is what's been going on. These are the notes, blah blah blah, and come in and do that. And I think it will help all of us 100%. And the growth of this as well. Yeah, and also I think we need to introduce other things as well. Whether it's like we film. I think EA did mention this before, but it's like, after a recording, for example, we should record another 5 minutes about something else quickly that can go on the Clips channel or 100%. Whatever, like just some other shit. But the one thing that I say that I did like going through the emails is the people that gave examples of what they would do. So some was like, if I was producing this week's pod, this is what I've laid out. And then they made a document and be like, you know, this happened, that happened, or whatever else. So like the people that did that were the ones I starred
someone
the most. Me. Is it?
Yeah, I told Poet. Someone phoned me, but I was at Box Park. And they was like, yeah, I'm at the studio. And I was like, huh? He just like, yeah, no, I just thought I'd maybe pop in to have a chat about producer opportunity.
He said he'd pop in?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was just like, yeah, I'll put your name. I said it to Poe. I'm not sure if it's. I wonder if it would be interesting to see if he's in the shortlist.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've starred them anyway, so I need to go through the rest of them, bro. Your once a month needs to be once a month at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I know.
But I think I'm gonna be alright in a month.
You run away, bro.
No, but I'm here. No, I'm saying I'm here. Like I'm in and around. But we know this has been a tough. It's been a tough year, man.
No, I hear it.
I'm here, man.
I hear it. Yeah. So there's that, and yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go through some